Sum number 18. For what value of lambda is the function defined by f of x is equal to set of all lambda into x square minus 2x if x less than or equal to 0, 4x plus 1 if x greater than 0, continuous at x is equal to 0. What about the continuity at x is equal to 1? So here in this question they are asking what is the value for lambda for this function, and given that this function is continuous at x is equal to 0. After finding the lambda value, we have to discuss about the continuity at x is equal to 1. This is the question. So you just consider this f of x. When you see the f of x, for x less than or equal to 0, we get the function to be as lambda into x square minus 2x. For x greater than 0, the function will be 4x plus 1. So lambda உடைய value find out பண்ணனும். f of x உடைய value கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. அதே மாதிரி இந்த lambda உடைய value எப்படி நம்ம find out பண்ணலாம்னா, இந்த function ஒரு hint என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்கன்னா, இந்த function வந்து it is continuous at x equal to 0 ன்னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. அதுக்கு அடுத்தது lambda கண்டுபிடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறமா x equal to 1 இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல இதோட continuity பத்தி நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம். Solution. So given f is continuous at x is equal to 0. So f is continuous at x is equal to 0. So what does this implies? This implies that LHL is equal to RHL is equal to image. Image is nothing but at the point 0. Okay. So left hand limit h tends to 0. F of 0 minus h is equal to limit h tends to 0. F of 0 plus h is equal to f of 0. So 0 minus h, something is subtracted with a 0. So what will be the function? The function will be lambda into x square minus 2x. Okay. So now we have to substitute in the place of x to be as minus h. So x ku பதிலா நம்ம என்ன substitute பண்ணனும்? Minus h substitute பண்ணனும். So this implies limit h tends to 0 lambda into, in the place of x we have to substitute minus h the whole square minus 2 into minus h equal to limit h tends to 0 f of 0 plus h. So some number is added with 0. So what will be the function? The function will be 4x plus 1. So in the place of x we have to substitute the value to be as h. So 4 into h plus 1 equal to f of 0. F of 0 is nothing but this is less than or equal to sign, no? So we have to substitute f of x, we have to consider the f of x to be as lambda into x square minus 2x. So in the place of x we have to substitute 0. புரியுதா? f of 0 ன்னு இருக்கு. So 0 அப்படின்னு வரும்போது x less than or equal to 0. Equal to sign இங்க தான், இந்த ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்கு தான் இருக்கு. அப்ப ஃபங்க்ஷன் என்ன? lambda into x square minus 2x. So இதில x ன்ற பிளேஸ்க்கு பதிலா 0 substitute பண்ணோம். So 0 substitute பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? 0 minus 0. So it is nothing but 0. So this implies limit h tends to 0. Now let us apply the limit. Okay. When I apply, okay. So limit h tends to 0 lambda into h square plus 2h equal to limit h tends to 0 4h plus 1 equal to 0. So when I apply the limit h value to be a 0, we get 0 equal to 1 equal to 0. But this is not possible, isn't it? So 0 equal to 1 equal to 0. This is not possible because we are not obtaining any values for lambda. இதில lambda equal to 0 ன்டோ இல்ல lambda equal to 1 ன்டோ ஏதாவது ஸ்டெப் நமக்கு கிடைச்சிருக்கா? இல்ல இல்லையா? So we are not obtaining any such steps. So we can come to the conclusion that there is no value for lambda. There is no value for lambda for which the function is continuous, at x is equal to 0. So x equal to 0 ல இந்த function continuous இருக்கும்போது lambdaவுக்கு எந்த ஒரு value வராது. So this is the answer for the first subdivision of this part. Now we have to find out the continuity at x is equal to 1. Now for the second part at x is equal to 1. Okay. For the second part at x is equal to 1. So left hand limit LHL is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of 1 minus h. So f of 1 minus h. So this is equal to limit h tends to 0 1 minus h. So some number is subtracted with 1. So what will be the function? The function will be, this is greater than 0, no? So 4x plus 1. So here we will get 4x plus 1. In the place of x we have to substitute 1 minus h. So 4 into 1 minus h plus 1. So this is equal to, when I apply the limit h value to be as 0, we get 4 plus 1. So this is equal to 5. Now right hand limit RHL. So when I consider the right hand limit, limit h tends to 0 f of 1 plus h. So here also the function will be 4x plus 1. So in the place of x we have to substitute this 1 plus h. So limit h tends to 0, 4 into 1 plus h plus 1. So when I apply the h value to be a 0, we get 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Now at last we have to find out the image, that is f of a. Nothing but the f of a. So that is nothing but f of 1. So f of 1. So f of 1 in the sense that 4x plus 1. So in the place of x we have to substitute 1. So 4 plus 1 is nothing but 5. So we can see left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to image. Therefore f is continuous. F is continuous. F is continuous at x is equal to 1. So x equal to 1 line the function continuous number conclude pandrom. So this is the answer for sum number 18. Sum number 19. Sum number 19, show that the function defined by g of x is equal to x minus greatest integer of x is discontinuous at all integral points. So we have to show that this g of x is discontinuous at all the integral points. So first of all let me explain this integral part. So what is the integral part of 1? That is the greatest integer. The greatest integer of 1 is 1. For 2 we will get 2. For 2.5, this 2.5 actually it lies between 2 to 3. So always we choose the left hand part, okay, left hand side. So this is equal to 2. Integral part of minus 2.5 is nothing but, if you choose minus 2.5, so this minus 2.5 is minus 3 to minus 2, because here in this side we have to write the least number. இதை விட கம்மியா இருக்கிற நம்பர் நம்ம சூஸ் பண்ணோம். இந்த சைடு பாக்கும்போது இதை விட அதிகமா இருக்கிற நம்பர். இப்போ பாசிட்டிவ்ல 2.5 2. இது ரெண்டுத்துல எது லீஸ்ட்? 2 தான். அப்ப 2 இந்த சைடு நம்ம எழுதுவோம். 3 2.5 ஓட பெருசு. இதே நெகட்டிவ் பாக்கும்போது 2.5 ஆ -3 ஆன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா -2.5 தான் பெருசு. சோ லீஸ்ட் -3 சின்னது. சோ அதனால லீஸ்ட் இந்த சைடு தான் எழுதுவோம். இந்த சைடு நம்ம பெரிய நம்பர், இதை விட பெரிய நம்பர் நம்ம எழுதுவோம். சோ அப்போ இது எந்த ரேஞ்சுக்கு அப்படினு பாக்கும்போது -3. Okay, so integral the greatest integer, so the greatest integer of 10.5 is equal to 10. So we will choose only the integers. Okay, so we will choose only the integers. So this is the concept of the greatest integer number. Now let us move to the sum. So let us choose x is equal to a be any arbitrary point. Let x equal to a be any arbitrary point. Because there is here there is no particular point is given. Okay, a be any arbitrary constant. So let us choose x equal to a to be any arbitrary constant. So left hand limit, so what will be the left hand limit? Limit h tends to 0 g of a minus h. So this is equal to limit h tends to 0. So g of a minus h. So g of a minus h, what is the function? The given function is x minus integral, the greatest integer of x. So a minus h minus greatest integer of a minus h. So this is equal to limit h tends to 0 a minus h minus this a minus h, this greatest integer of a minus h. Actually this a minus h lies between a minus 1 to a. Okay, the greatest integer it lies between a minus 1 to a. So the greatest integer of 2.5, this lies between 2 to 5. Sorry, 2 to 3. 2 to 3. So the same a minus h, this lies between a minus 1 to a. So we can write this to be as a minus 1. So the greatest integer of a minus h is a minus 1. So now when I apply the limit value to be as 0, that is h value to be as 0, we get a minus 1. So this is equal to a minus a plus 1. 2 plus a and minus a gets cancelled. So the answer is 1. So we arrived the left hand limit. Now moving towards the right hand limit. Okay. So left hand limit உடைய value என்ன கிடைச்சிருக்கு 1 கிடைச்சிருக்கு. So இந்த step மட்டும் தான் உங்களுக்கு கன்ஃபியூஸா இருக்கும். Integral the greatest integer of a minus h. The greatest integer of a minus h it lies between a minus 1 to a. So a minus 1 க்கும் a க்கும் இடையில தான் இது வந்து லை ஆகும். So அப்போ a minus 1 தான் இதோட ஆன்சர். So a minus h minus a minus 1. அதுக்கு அடுத்து லிமிட் அப்ளை பண்றோம். So we get the LHL to be as 1. Next, right hand limit RHL. So RHL is nothing but limit h tends to 0 g of a plus h. Okay, RHL is nothing but limit h tends to 0 g of a plus h. So this is equal to what is the function? The function is nothing but x minus the greatest integer of x. So a plus h minus integral part of a plus h with limit h tends to 0. So this is equal to limit h tends to 0 a plus h minus, now what is the integral part of a plus h? A plus h, this lies between, so what is the value? It is a to a plus 1. Okay, so a plus 1, a plus h, this lies between a to a plus 1. So we will choose only a. Now when I apply the h value to be as 0, we get a minus a. So this is equal to 0. So left hand limit we obtained. So left hand limit la namakku enna kedichadhu? LHL ude value 1, RHL is equal to 0. So LHL is not equal to RHL, therefore f is not continuous. F is not continuous at all integral point. F is not continuous at all integral points. So this is the answer for sum number 19.